Hey, I'm Kelly Ficarelli, and this is my final reflection video for EDM310. That means I have made it to the end of this semester, and my first blog post was, I think this class is going to kill me, and I really thought it would at some points in this semester, but I'm here, so it hasn't killed me. It has been quite a journey for me, though, mentally, physically, and spiritually, as I have had to think a lot, I've cried a lot, and I've prayed a lot over this class. Seriously, though, this has been the single most challenging class I've taken so far at South, because of the workload and the stress involved and learning things on my own. And I think that I have learned more in this class than in any other class I've taken so far. Also, I know that I will remember more and use more knowledge from this class than in any other in my career, because it's all hands-on, which is, to me personally, the best way to learn. Um, the main things that I've taken from this class are that I am now technologically literate. I thought I was before, but no, I am now. I'm also more self-reliant and independent than I was before. And I understand the importance and the level of dedication required to be a lifelong learner. Starting with my PLN, the things that I've learned in this class, again, are very important in my career. I have had to network. It is hard for me to reach out and ask for help from anyone. I'm the kind of person, I just want to do everything on my own, but that is not possible in EDM 310. I needed help through the entire class. And what I found, luckily, was that educators are enthusiastic about helping other educators. And more importantly, former EDM 310 students feel your pain, and they are more likely to help you than anyone else, getting you through some of the projects and interviews that you have to do in this class. I had no idea also that there were so many teacher blogs. I've learned so much from teachers' blogs, and I've found so many resources that I know I'll continue to use through my career as a teacher. I also learned about children blogging. I had no idea that children in grades as young as first grade were blogging. This really impressed me, and I know that I'm going to blog when I'm a teacher to share with my students and their parents, and I will have my students also blogging to share with each other and their parents. Seeing these young students interact with each other and praise each other for their hard work was inspirational, and it taught me that not only is it important to blog, but is equally important to comment on other teachers' blogs and other students' blogs, to get feedback and correction and constructive criticism. It's also shown me how important it is that we get parents to participate not only in their children's schoolwork, but in their technological journeys, because a lot of parents and even some teachers are afraid, for many valid reasons, to allow children on the internet and to allow them on Facebook and Twitter. But that just in turn causes us to teach the students to be wary of predators online, to learn what websites are legitimate, to stay away from the phishing sites, to only browse secure websites, and to only take information from credible websites, not like Wikipedia, but to only use, from news sources, and how to cite things online. Also, to teach students not to put private information or pictures online. These are all things that children need to learn at some point, because they are going to be using the computer no matter what. So it's better for them to learn it early on in school under the guidance of teachers and their parents. Another thing that I will take with me is all the technology I learned. I never knew how important technology in the classroom was. I went to school in the 80s in elementary school, and we didn't have computers in our classes. We had chalkboards and projectors. So, now we're using whiteboards and other technology. And in this class, I watched first graders do podcasts. And I watched them interview guests and do book readings on podcasts and videos. This taught me that children are never too young to learn technology. Another beneficial piece of technology was Skyping. I personally use it and I love it. but it never occurred to me to use it in the classroom. But I've seen them Skype with experts in certain fields, and I've seen them Skype with other classes around the world. And I could see how exciting that was for students. And that's another thing, is just that technology in general is exciting to students. They need structure, but at the same time, like, they will throw themselves passionately into anything that is new and out of the ordinary. I learned how to use Audacity, and I learned how to use ScreenFlow, together or separate. Those are very important tools in case you want to make some kind of tutorial or a lesson online, especially if you're trying to show them something that has a multiple step process. That can be a real time saver. Mm, there's so much I will take with me from this class. I learned how to write code and to use alt and title modifiers. I think I could write code in my sleep now. But I think it's cool to do it. And I learned how to use a Mac. I still have only somewhat limited experience using a Mac, and I still prefer PCs to Macs, but I was able to note the differences and see some benefits of using a Mac. Learn to make movies and edit on them. I learned how to upload on YouTube and embed YouTube videos to my blog. I have learned probably one of the most important things I've learned is how to use a smart board and how to incorporate lessons from onto the smart board. And I know that I will use that probably daily in the classroom. I learned why some teachers use Wii game systems in their classrooms, and different websites to show how to do timelines and do different kind of presentations. And Google Docs. I think I'll probably use Google Docs every day, as you can share documents and presentations online, and your teachers, other teachers, your students, their parents can look them up anywhere at any time. Some of the ideals that I've learned in this class. I have learned the importance of understanding sarcasm and metaphors. I don't think it's okay to be sarcastic with your students when you're trying to teach them something important, but maybe it is part of a teacher's duty to help them understand sarcasm, and to know when not to take a statement literally. I have learned to improvise. I've learned to think quickly on my toes so I can change the way I present a lesson if I have to, because all children learn differently. I've learned how valuable time management is. One of our first lessons was to watch the Randy Posh time management video. And I quickly discovered that you must use your time efficiently in this class. And also in your classroom, you will have to quickly get those lessons out to your students. So you have to be structured in the way that you do that. I've learned how important it is to let a child be creative and let them think outside the box and to do projects and assignments on their own. Everything is so structured in school, but some children have a lot of difficulty following schedules and stringent instructions. So it's better to let them think outside the box and do things on their own whenever possible. I learned how networked and computer savvy students are, and that we cannot afford to not keep up with them. We cannot afford for one moment to stay behind them. After watching Carl Fish's Did You Know video and Gary Hayes' social media page, which are outstanding, I've learned what a rapid pace technology is growing. And again, we have to stay on top of technology, and that's part of being a lifelong learner. So again, this class has taught me so much that I'll take with me. I've become computer and technologically literate. I've grown professionally, and I've developed myself as a teacher. I feel that I'm prepared to go into a class and help in Dr. Strange's vision to change the way schools teach by using technology, by making students self-reliant and independent, and to pass down to them the passion to become lifelong learners. That concludes my final reflections on EDM310. And I do just want to thank Dr. Strange for working so hard to make a difference and to steer educators away from the Birkback educational system and onto the more technologically savvy system and systematic way of teaching. So thank you, and have fun at EDM310.